Hello everyone, welcome back to the Road Titans. The horizon splits open with a streak of gold as the first sunlight of 2045 kisses the glassy skin of the Aurion X1 HyperTruck. Parked on a secluded desert plateau, the truck looks less like a machine and more like a monument, a sculpted testament to what precision engineering and intelligent design can achieve. NovaTek Mobility unveils the X1 as its flagship in the new era of autonomous, long-haul transportation. Unlike traditional rigs, the X1 silhouette bends physics itself. Carbon silica composites form seamless panels that shift hue with ambient light, while adaptive vents breathe to balance aerodynamics and cooling. The review begins with awe. Every surface of the Aurion X1 speaks of motion, even when still. Its aerodynamic shell channels airflow like a glider wing, achieving a record low drag coefficient of 0.29, astonishing for a truck this size. The front fascia merges LED micromatrix headlights into a continuous light bar that responds to driver proximity, pulsing like a heartbeat when it recognizes its operator. Beneath the calm exterior lies dual hyperelectric motors producing a combined 1,200 horsepower, fed by NovaTek's graphene ion fusion cells capable of 1,000 kilometers per charge. The vehicle's onboard AI, Aurion OS 4, wakes with the morning sun, synchronizing internal systems, recalibrating sensors, and checking road data streamed via quantum-encrypted satellite link. In this opening scene, the world feels still, and the Aurion X1 breathes for the first time. The future, quite literally, hums to life. If the dawn introduced the Aurion X1, daylight defines it. Under the full brilliance of the rising sun, every line and contour of this machine begins to speak. The X1 isn't designed merely for transport, it's engineered for presence. The bodywork is a masterclass in functional art. The chassis, sculpted from nano-bonded carbon silica composite, flows like liquid metal. Each surface isn't arbitrary, it has a purpose. The front fascia curves inward to create natural low-pressure zones that reduce drag, while hidden intake channels feed cool air directly to the motor housing. The side profile is poetry in motion. Razor-thin aerodynamic fins run along the cabin edges, subtly adjusting their pitch in real time through microactuators controlled by the Aurion OS. Even stationary, they twitch and realign, reading crosswinds like the feathers of a bird. The wheels deserve a story of their own. Self-adjusting pressure systems, adaptive traction membranes, and magnetized treads for energy recovery on inclines. When the truck moves, you don't hear the traditional diesel growl. You hear a faint resonance, like the sound of wind brushing over glass. In this review stage, the Aurion X1 proves its difference from every truck before it. It's not just an evolution, it's a redefinition. NovaTek's engineers didn't chase aesthetics. They let physics sculpt beauty. The result? A silhouette that stands as a paradox, massive yet graceful, powerful yet silent. As the camera sweeps around it, light bends across its form, painting it with reflections of sky and horizon. For the first time, industrial design feels emotional. This isn't a truck. It's a moving sculpture, shaped by the invisible hand of the wind itself. The moment the doors of the Aurion X1 HyperTruck glide open, you realize this isn't a cabin, it's a command sanctuary. The air is still, scented faintly with ionized ozone and synthetic leather, illuminated by a soft pulse of ambient light that reacts to your heartbeat. Inside, NovaTek Mobility's philosophy becomes tangible. The driver is the system. The cockpit merges AI intuition with human ergonomics, so seamlessly that you forget where technology ends and instinct begins. The steering interface retracts when in autonomous mode, transforming into a minimal console. A holographic display arcs from the dash, projecting 3D route data, vehicle vitals, and real-time terrain analytics in midair. The system is powered by Aurion OS 4, capable of processing terabytes of sensor input per second, mapping not just roads, but behavioral probabilities of surrounding traffic. The seats are smart adaptive, using memory gel nanofibers that mold to body posture and temperature. Every touchpoint emits gentle feedback, tactile yet non-intrusive, creating an unspoken dialogue between driver and machine. Even the sound design is engineered. The X1 doesn't use traditional audio. Instead, a distributed resonance system turns the entire cabin into a speaker array, emitting ambient tones that adjust to driving mode, weather, or even the driver's stress levels. In manual mode, the dashboard reshapes itself. Panels shift, lights dim, and the display narrows to critical data. The effect is cinematic, like a spacecraft aligning for launch. This isn't transportation. It's transcendence, a meditation in motion. The Aurion X1's interior transforms the ancient art of driving into a conversation with intelligence itself. The desert gives way to the open road, a ribbon of asphalt slicing through the horizon. The Aurion X1 HyperTruck rolls forward, silent at first, then alive with a deep electric resonance that hums like contained thunder. The truck's dual hyper-electric motors awaken in synchrony, delivering a combined 1,200 horsepower and over 2,400 Newton-meters of torque. Power doesn't surge. It unfolds, smooth and deliberate. The Aurion OS continuously recalculates terrain friction, drag, and weight distribution, delivering millisecond-level torque vectoring to each wheel. The result is something no truck has ever achieved before: grace under mass. Acceleration from 0 to 100 km per hour takes just under 5.8 seconds, a statistic once unthinkable for a vehicle of this size. Yet, what's more impressive is how the graphene ion fusion battery system manages this feat with near zero heat loss, thanks to its built-in auto-cooling lattice. At cruising speed, energy recovery begins. Regenerative braking, aerodynamic vent cycling, and kinetic resonance harvesting combine to extend range dynamically, meaning the further you go, the smarter the truck gets. From a reviewer's perspective, the experience is transformative. No vibrations, no lag, just infinite, intelligent torque delivered through the silence of precision. It's as if the road bends itself to the vehicle's will. Visually, the X1 is poetry in motion. Its adaptive fins shift microscopically as it cuts. The open road narrows into the untamed, sand giving way to jagged terrain, wind carving the dunes into shifting waves of dust. It's here, far from the precision of asphalt, that the Aurion X1 HyperTruck faces its truest test: raw, unpredictable nature. As the first dune rises, Aurion OS recalibrates. The adaptive suspension lifts by 12 centimeters, the traction system switches from highway glide to terrain lock, and the AI instantly predicts ground softness through LiDAR-based sand density mapping. The result? Movement that feels alive. The magneto-hydraulic wheel system is a technological masterpiece. Each wheel adjusts its internal magnetic pressure, reshaping the tread pattern in real time for optimal grip. On shifting sands, the treads expand. On rocky inclines, they tighten for traction. Watching it climb a steep bridge feels surreal. A machine this large shouldn't move with such grace, yet it glides, leaving only soft, perfect impressions in the earth. At higher altitudes, the X1's intelligent air system pressurizes the cabin, maintaining stability for the operator even as the outside world thins and roars. Dust storms? No match. Nanofiber filtration engages instantly, sealing the cabin in a clean, blue glow. The energy system adjusts automatically to air density and temperature, redistributing power between front and rear motors for perfect torque symmetry. The result? Total control, total calm. In cinematic contrast, The truck's polished frame reflects the rough wilderness, technology harmonizing with terrain instead of fighting it. The Aurion X1 doesn't dominate nature. It collaborates with it, reading, adapting, surviving. In the vast silence of the high desert, the hum of the HyperTruck feels like a heartbeat against eternity. Night falls over the mountains like a velvet curtain. The desert's heat retreats, replaced by the hum of invisible electricity and the soft whisper of the wind. The Aurion X1 HyperTruck stands alone on a remote highway, its sleek frame now a dark silhouette trimmed in light. Then, without a sound, the AI awakens. The Aurion OS 4 shifts into full autonomous mode. The cabin dims to a tranquil shade of blue. The holographic display narrows into a single ribbon of data, and the steering module retracts fully. Outside, the neural light grid activates, a network of micro-LED veins tracing along the body like living circuitry. Each headlight operates as a quantum LiDAR emitter, painting the night in invisible clarity. The truck sees the world in layers, temperature, texture, movement, long before any human eye could perceive them. The result? Perfect navigation through pitch darkness, fog, or storm. As it glides silently through the desert night, the X1 feels less like a vehicle and more like a consciousness in motion. The onboard AI doesn't just drive, it learns. Every kilometer refines its predictive algorithms. Every passing vehicle updates its behavioral model. It's building a neural map of the world, one road at a time. From a reviewer's lens, this is the soul of the future of transport. A machine that thinks, feels, and adapts in real time. A silent guardian of precision. Visually, it's breathtaking. The black void of the desert is punctuated only by the faint blue glow of the truck's path, like a comet crossing the earth. There's no engine roar, no pollution, just energy, intelligence, and stillness. The night belongs to the Aurion X1 now, and it moves as though the stars themselves are watching. Dawn returns, gentle, golden, and quiet. The Aurion X1 HyperTruck glides into view against a horizon of soft light and endless road. After a night of autonomous precision, it parks itself at a high overlook, sensors dimming, body cooling, systems humming a low mechanical sigh, like a giant exhaling after a journey across time. As the sun rises, its metallic skin warms, revealing once more the full splendor of its design. Dust from the desert now paints subtle patterns across its chassis, reminders of the trials it conquered. In this light, the Aurion X1 no longer looks futuristic. It looks inevitable. This is more than a truck. It's a statement of purpose from NovaTek Mobility. In 2045, when the world's industries demand speed, sustainability, and intelligence, the Aurion X1 answers not with brute power, but enlightened engineering. Its core principles, adaptive design, clean propulsion, and autonomous ethics, redefine what it means to move the world. From a reviewer standpoint, this is a masterclass in holistic design. Every subsystem, propulsion, power management, aerodynamics, sensory perception, is part of a single intelligence. The X1 isn't merely smart, it's aware. It anticipates, evolves, and learns with its driver, or without one. Technically, it's flawless. Emotionally, it's transcendent. You don't drive the Aurion X1, you experience it. And in that experience lies the realization that the future isn't cold or mechanical. It's human, reflected through the brilliance of design and the silence of motion. The final cinematic image. The truck silhouetted against the morning sun, headlights dimmed, sky ablaze in gold. A flock of drones passes overhead, the next generation of machines nodding silently to their predecessor. And there, on the open road, the Aurion X1 HyperTruck waits, patient, poised, eternal, ready to carry humanity into the next horizon. In every era, a machine defines the journey ahead. This one redefines it. From highways to horizons, from innovation to inspiration. This is where legends roll. This is Road Titans, where machines meet destiny. Subscribe to Road Titans. Power. Vision. The road ahead. Okay, take care guys, till the next video.